everyone, what is going on? So we are doing Twilight battles against my friend Shagness. Always a pleasure to battle her. But first, I did want to show you that I actually did go ahead and got super lucky. I did a trade for, you guys guessed it, a Legacy Venomoth. Now, this is good because we got a Poison Fang Venomoth, one of which we wanted. We're giving an unknown. He said any unknown. He hasn't played for like 2 years and he's just getting back into it. So he wanted an unknown for the Pokedex. So we are getting that Legacy Poison Fang Venomoth that he had in his collection. And it's going to actually end up going lucky. And I guess that's because he's probably never traded before. So this is probably his first trade. So it's a guaranteed lucky probably. So yeah, as I said, it is Legacy, which is good, but the problem is it also has Bug Bite, which is a Legacy moveset. So do I delete that for confusion? I feel like I have to. In fact, I know I'm going to, but either way, we're not using that Venomoth for this video. These battles were recorded beforehand. We actually did more than just these battles, but I'm going to have that in another video because she used a different team. But anyway, we have the Tentacruel against the Alolan Muck. Now, I do go ahead and hit that Hydro Pump, hoping she would think it was an acid spray, so we are able to bluff there and actually do a lot of damage to the Alolan Muck, so that's definitely good for us. However, she is lowering our defense, so we're basically nothing but paper at this point. However, we do get an acid spray off, so that's definitely solid for us. She will block. I was actually surprised. Maybe she expected another Hydro Pump, and in that case, that does make sense. But no, it wasn't a Hydro Pump, so we are able to do a lot of damage because its defense is lowered. I absolutely love Acid Spray, and I was talking to Jokes about it. He said Acid Spray plus Charm does an insane amount of damage, so I will be trying that out in the Twilight Cup with Clefable and either Alolan Muck or Tentacruel, so definitely be using different teams and different Pokemon. But yeah, I can't wait to try that out, but no Charm user in this video just yet, although I do have Clefable ready to go for a following video. But we are using a Poison Fang from Golbat and just chipping away at it. Pretty confident at this point in time because I do have that Venomoth ready to go with Confusion, and it seemed like she lagged a little bit, so I tried to stop attacking. At this point it didn't matter. I mean, I had a shield to block an Ice Beam anyway, and even that Ice Beam I don't think would have taken me out anyway. So we do go ahead and win that one. So that Hydro Pump in the beginning I feel like definitely helped out. So good game, good game. So we're going to jump into another one. Tentacruel versus Alolan Muck. I love Tentacruel as a lead because you can bluff with Acid Spray, but at the same time you could also use Hydro Pump. So it's like, do they shield or do they not shield, you know? It's kind of tricky. Do you think they're going to bluff or not? So that's why, one of the reasons I love Acid Spray. So I am going to go for the Hydro Pump, hoping she would think I was going to bluff this time, but she actually uses the shield, so we switch out into Toxicroak immediately, doing a lot of damage. I mean, Counter does a lot of damage. At the same time, that Bite will be doing a lot to us as well. So we are going to be hit with that Flamethrower. I do decide to throw up a shield and knock out that Skunk Tank with Counter. She does throw out a Zoomel, so I'm going to go ahead and use Sludge Bomb against it. I believe, actually I don't think she shields. No, she doesn't shield, probably expecting the Mud Bomb. Now I go ahead and use another Sludge Bomb. I should have actually used a Mud Bomb, I guess, because, well, I might not. I think Mud Bomb would have come close. I don't know if Mud Bomb would have knocked out at that range. It would have come close either way, and we would have saved energy. But that's okay. Anyway, we bring in Tentacruel. She brings in Alolan Muck, so we are going for that Acid Spray to lower the defense of that Muck. And that's exactly what happens. Bringing in Golbat right now. Doing a lot of damage with the Wing Attack. We are going to shield this Dark Pulse. And I figured I would shield at that point and just trying to do as much damage as possible, charging up a little bit extra. We do fire off a Poison Fang. That does knock it out. And then we are going to fire off another Poison Fang against a Zoomel, and that is definitely going to actually not knock out. So it was close. It didn't knock it out. That's okay, we still have a Pokemon in the back. We will get hit with Ice Beam, although we do survive that. I thought that would have knocked out, but we actually do survive with a sliver of health and knock out a Zoomel. But again, we had a Pokemon in the back. So, fantastic. So, we're going to jump into another game, beginning with Golbat. She does begin with her Skunk Tank this time. I am just attacking, just charging up energy. I do decide to charge up quite a bit and actually stay in. I was going to switch, but I decided just to stay in at this point. I didn't want to bring in my Alolan Ninetales. and I just didn't want to bring in anything. So we go ahead and go for that Shadow Ball, and that's going to do a good amount of damage. I mean, nothing crazy. We fire off a Poison Fang, and I knew that if she doesn't block, this will knock it out. But she does go ahead and decide to block that, so our Golbat will go down. We bring in a Zumel, she switches into a Alolan Muck, and I'm just charging up a bunch of energy, trying to go for the Play Rough. She actually gets off a move before we are able to. I let it go through, expecting a Alolan, or expecting Acid Spray, I should say. So we charge up a little bit extra, and then fire off this Play Rough right now. And that will be doing a decent amount of damage, and she's going to hit us with a move. I think I let Azumel go down. Yeah, I let Azumel go down because, yeah, it was just Acid Spray. It would have lowered our defense, and we would have been knocked out anyway. So we do knock out Alolan Muck, and now we have a Ninetales. Not looking so hot at this point. She does decide to bring in that Cruel Fish. I do go for the Psy Shock, and having a little bit of trouble on that, actually. We only get the grade. That's okay. It happens. Just trying to knock out the Cruel Fish. I do go ahead and block this. I mean, I have to at this point. I have absolutely no choice. I was surprised she didn't block the Psy Shock, but we go for another Psy Shock, and I figured she would probably block this one, as she does. So I'm like, maybe I could win if I could knock it out with Powder Snow. But no, we actually get hit with move, and it's going to be Aqua Tail, and that is going to be able to knock out Alolan Ninetales. So we actually take a really hard loss there, and that's okay. That's okay. We're going to jump into another one. As I said, I do have more battles with her that I will be showcasing in a future video, perhaps tomorrow. I don't only want to do Twilight. I know I've been doing quite a bit of Twilight. Well, maybe not quite a bit, but we've been focusing on Twilight because I do have the Twilight Cup coming up soon. In a couple weeks, so that's why I've been doing Twilight, been practicing with it. We go ahead and use Acid Spray against Muck, and he does, or she does, decide to block, so it's definitely good for us. We do not fire off that Hydro Pump. We're going to be hit with Acid Spray, but I'm okay with that. I do go ahead and decide to fire off Hydro Pump, hoping she would think it was another Acid Spray, but she blocks. But that's still good for me because that does lose her both shields, so I'll definitely take that. You know, obviously Acid Spray in that situation would have been better, but she does lose both shields. I love Tentacruel for this cup. We bring in Toxicroak right now. I mean, Alolan Muck also has Acid Spray, so that definitely gets the job done as well. But we're going to be hit and take that, and then she does decide to bring in a Zumel, and because she has no more shields, this Sludge Bomb will be doing a lot of damage, and we actually try to switch. I guess she got to her charge move before we were able to switch. No problem. We do go ahead and use a shield and then just knock it out. And waiting to see what she decides to bring in. It is going to be that Alolan Muck, and we can knock it out with counter and then Skunk Tank. So looking really hot for us, looking really strong. And we do go ahead and use Mud Bomb, which will do a lot of damage. We actually almost got to another Mud Bomb, not quite. We bring in Golbat, and I still have a shield, so even if she got to another charge move, we would have won. So we're going to be able to use Poison Fang. Some people had been asking me what's better, Golbat or Crobat. Golbat is definitely better in this format. I did use Crobat originally in my original Twilight Cup. I didn't invest in a Golbat at that time, but no, Golbat is definitely better. I love the Poison Fang. I love how fast it charges up. Definitely a good way to go. I would recommend Golbat. For this match, we begin with Tentacruel again. This is actually the last match for this video, but look out for future videos against Shagness because we will be practicing quite a bit. She switches into Alolan Muck, and I'm just charging up quite a bit of energy. I actually go for that Hydro Pump. I was hoping she would think it was an Acid Spray, but she does decide to block, so that was a nice shield on her end. And we're going to go ahead and take this, which will be an Acid Spray, but we could take it. And then I do decide to go for another Hydro Pump, I believe. Yeah, we go for another Hydro Pump, maybe thinking she would think it was an Acid Spray, and that's what happens. So we knock out a Alolan Muck. So Love and Tentacruel, it's such a bulky Pokemon, you can get to 2 Hydro Pumps. So yeah, our Tentacruel is knocked out. We bring in Venomoth, and Venomoth with Confusion will definitely knock out Quillfish. However, we gotta block those Ice Beams, so we actually get hit with another move, and I decided to take it. I figured she didn't have enough energy for another Ice Beam, and I was correct. It was an Aqua Tail, so we do take that, and now we use our Silver Wind, which will be blocked. No buff for us, but that's okay. Switching into Golbat right now, just trying to get to the Shadow Ball. We are able to get to it. We actually charge up a little bit of extra energy, and we do get to that Shadow Ball. Even though Skunk Tank resists, it still does a good amount of damage. She's going to go ahead and fire off her move. I do block this because I knew I'd be able to get to a Poison Fang and knock out that Skunk Tank, which is exactly what happens. So we are going to be able to use the Poison Fang to knock it out and take the game. And that is going to be it for this video, guys. I will see you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye. Thank you so much for watching my latest video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, click on one of the links to check out another one of my videos that you'll probably enjoy.